Saudi Arabia is the 14th largest country in the world, covering around 2 million square kilometers, which makes it the second largest OPEC member. OPEC, or the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, is an intergovernmental organization of 14 nations founded in 1960 in Baghdad by the first 5 members, which is Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Venezuela, and they were later joined by 10 other countries.
Last November 12, 2018, Singapore announced that oil prices jumped more than 1.5% after top exporter Saudi Arabia announced a supply cut in December. And also, the other producers also considered a reduction heading this 2019. Saudi Arabia plans to reduce oil supply in world markets by 500,000 barrels per day in December versus November due to a seasonal lower demand. The cut represents a reduction of global oil supply of about 0.5%, according to its energy minister, Khalid Al-Fali.
The objective of this social issue is to address the issue on oil price hikes. Oil importing countries like the Philippines have to bear the brunt of rising oil market prices. Whenever there is a new diesel price increase, we can expect market prices to rise even more. One of the main culprits why inflation is surging is the sharply higher oil prices, which is already up by 50% year on year. The sharp surge in crude oil prices the past year had a huge effect on the country's inflation rate, especially since the Philippines is a net oil importer. High oil prices directly affect the prices of crude oil and petroleum products we import. In addition, it indirectly adds to the inflation through higher transportation and manufacturing costs. Philippines, as we know, is facing inflation which largely affects the Filipino people.
Higher oil prices cause a huge depreciation of economy. Government is always blamed for every increase in prices, but we people are also responsible for high oil prices.
It is our duty also to see how we can contribute towards reductions in oil prices. We must keep in mind that oil is not extracted in our country, so we should also preserve our resources in a sustainable manner.
The solution enabled to deal with high oil prices is to reduce the consumption of oil. Decrease in consumption equals decrease in demand equals decrease in price. We can reduce the consumption of oil by combined efforts of both government and common people. What are the efforts that should be done by the people? For shorter distances, we must go by walk or by bicycle. We must try to use bicycles more than automobiles. By doing so, we can not only reduce the consumption of oil, but it will also save the environment from air pollution. People of same destination and same work must encourage carpooling. We must try to use public transportation facilities like trains and buses as much as possible rather than using our own private vehicles. What are the efforts that should be done from the side of the government? Government should increase the number of public transport vehicles with high security and able to convince the people to use public transport vehicles. Government should work hard in making solutions to clear traffic jam on roads because most of the fuel is utilized by the vehicles in the traffic. Promote companies which make slow petroleum-consuming vehicles. Last, focus on developing biotechnology and solar energy sources.